Roughly 5 years ago, Glenn decided he was going to make the ultimate film about autumn on the Yorkshire coast and North York moors. A sort of poetic masterpiece, full of golden leaves, river mist, and meaningful silences. Like Countryfile, if it had unresolved artistic guilt. He had a camera, a thermos, and a powerful belief that something meaningful would emerge if he just kept filming long enough. Spoiler, it didn't. Glenn didn't and maybe still doesn't understand scripting and storytelling, but he keeps trying. The year was 2019. Glenn marched into the Esk Valley full of purpose, said it was going to practically edit itself. It didn't. What he did manage was a lot of footage of leaves, leaves falling, leaves turning, leaves blowing away while he fiddled with the tripod. Every autumn, back out he went, Gothland, Glaisdale, Gromont. He filmed trees, he filmed mist, he filmed the same bit of river from 3 different angles and still wasn't happy with any of them. He once followed a pheasant for 40 minutes and called it a character arc. I just nodded. Glenn filmed calm days, misty days, sunny days and cloudy days. He filmed storms and rough seas. He even managed to capture snow in autumn, which isn't so easy. By year 3, he had more footage than Netflix and still no idea what the film was about. He started quoting that Banksy film, Exit Through the Gift Shop, thought it was the French street art guy from the movie. Only instead of murals, he had 6 shots of a damp stile at Stape and a soggy sheep. Eventually he gave up trying to find a story, and somehow that's when it got good. Turns out autumn doesn't explain itself. It just turns up, throws some colour about, and quietly dies off. Bit like Glenn on a cold filming day. So what he ended up with wasn't the grand narrative he was after. It was 5 years of noticing things, little things. A tree that changed colour differently every year. A field that stayed exactly the same. A river that didn't care he was filming it again. So this is the film, or not a film, or a failed masterpiece, or a visual love letter to a season that never stands still long enough to be pinned down. Personally, I think it's quite lovely. Even if it did take him half a decade, several existential crises and 1 bad fall in a bog. If you're waiting for a neat ending, you'll be here a while. But if you're happy with leaves, fog, and the sound of Glenn swearing at his gimbal, welcome aboard. He says he might do winter next, which is bold considering he hasn't quite finished autumn yet. Every autumn Glenn tries to make a masterpiece. A sweeping film of Yorkshire colours, Esk Valley mist and falling leaves. And every autumn he ends up with 20 minutes of beautiful footage and absolutely no idea what to do with it. But today, everything changes, because Clarissa has returned. After several months abroad doing something very important, apparently involving light, mountains and a great deal of tea, she is back to bring elegance and culture to this project. And if I behave myself, she might even stay for the whole video.
Thank you, Gary. It is lovely to be back in Whitby. I have spent the last 2 months studying seasonal light in remote northern landscapes. It is a privilege to return to Glenn's work and to this valley, even if Gary is already testing my patience. Glenn asked me to provide a more refined perspective for this film. He describes it as 5 years of footage without direction. Personally, I see it as an unfolding archive of natural beauty.
She only came back because Glenn bought a new kettle.
Autumn in the Esk Valley is a gentle transformation, a slow deepening of colour that has drawn people here for generations. Glenn captured these scenes with real affection, even if he did forget where he put half his equipment.
She's being very polite. He lost a battery for 2 years. You might notice the leaves look slightly different here. That is because we have moved forward a year, or backward. Nobody knows. Not even Clarissa, and she has more qualifications than the Whitby Tourist Office.
I wanted to include the salmon and sea trout jumping in the story. And I think in past years what I've done is I've just ended up filming masses and masses of footage of a fish jumping. And maybe after 1 or 2 fish jumping, people get sick of watching that video, because it's just fish after fish after fish doing their thing. So maybe this year I'll just film a little bit of that and put it in here. Is that the story? Have a fish for story.
Right now in this quiet river, something ancient is happening. The salmon and the sea trout that left these waters years ago as small fish have finally come home. They have crossed storms and tides, travelled through the wide Atlantic, survived predators, nets and winters that would terrify the rest of us. And yet here they are, back in the exact river where their story began. They do not guess their way upstream. They remember. They carry the shape of this valley inside them, the scent of these stones, the pull of this current. And after thousands of miles, they follow it back with absolute certainty. It is one of the great migrations of the natural world, as epic as buffalo thundering across the plains, as old as the first rivers that carved these valleys, a return to the place of their birth, so the next generation can begin its own impossible journey.
These are wonderful scenes, quiet, powerful, timeless, and for once Gary has told the story with real beauty and clarity. A rare moment we should all appreciate before he goes back to causing trouble. You may notice the footage shifts between years without warning. This is not chaos. This is a portrait of time, a reminder that each autumn is both familiar and entirely new. A rhythm that repeats without repeating.
See? That is what 2 months abroad does, Clarissa. Nobody talks like that after a weekend in Scarborough.
And now, a brief moment of industrial poetry. The Flying Scotsman. A national treasure that roars through the valley with power and grace.
Glenn planned a full documentary about it. Unfortunately, the Scotsman had other ideas. It thundered past at full speed, Glenn blinked, and that was pretty much the entire documentary. So here is the very short director's cut. Occasionally it snows in autumn. For the past 2 years it has snowed in early to mid-November.
Go on, Jack!
So here we welcome the wintry chapter of our autumn journey, Farmer Jack. A man who treats bad weather like an inconvenience rather than a force of nature. Snow arrives, ice forms, roads vanish. Jack just shrugs and keeps going. Meanwhile, Glenn is behind him trying to film while his fingers freeze together.
Snow simplifies the landscape. It softens the noise and lifts the light. Lines blur, shapes shift. The world becomes a drawing in charcoal and chalk.
And a danger zone for Glenn, who cannot stay upright on ice for more than 6 seconds. But yes, Clarissa, it looks beautiful.
Eh? Ted, what are you doing?
What's Glenn doing?
He's gorgeous smile, isn't he?
Bastard.
Yeah, one quick question, Neil.
Yes, sir.
So right, I'm doing videos about autumn,
Right.
and I need a story, and I haven't got a story. What can the story of a video be?
Well, I always like the chestnut season, the conker season. I think it's a wonderful time. Sifting through in Mulgrave Wood, sifting through the leaves, that wonderful earthy smell, and then coming across a perfectly formed plump conker. That's autumn for me. That's what defines autumn. It doesn't get any better than that.
Brilliant, mate. Thank you for that. I know I might just go and do that. So yeah, this is Leelum, one of many villages, and there's lots of village life here. People actually live here. It's a community, unlike a lot of places which I don't know what they are now. It's certainly lacking in community. I think the Esk Valley villages have managed to hang on to that community. Is that the story? Is the guy cleaning up the leaves over there? Is he the story? Is the village shop the story? I love the colours and patterns that you get in autumn, and you get these reds and yellows and oranges and greens all blending into one. And I could make a video just about that, but I have a tendency to shoot real close, and that would just be a video of leaves and colours, and that might not be a story. So that gets boring after a while. For other people, it doesn't get boring for me. I could sit and look at them all day and take photographs of them all day. Is that the story? I never knew Pauline, but it says Pauline Marie Kirkbride, always at the heart of village life and loved by all. And I think she certainly was loved by all. She's certainly loved by someone, because several years now have passed and there are always fresh flowers here. Somebody's thinking about that girl every day. She must have been special.
You wouldn't think that I was ever sleeping, and when the girls stand up to sneeze, you can see their hands knees. You go.
That's where Richard every little bell goes. Every Thursday evening with the swell bowls are. It's the river turn as you go.
Some people can sell, they'll find more.
Against us. Well, bring in the troop because show me right.
Take it up.
What name?
Silly.
Better than anyone.
Gone away aboard a man of war. Very nice. Last time.
As I said before, if you're wandering around the abbey, you will find other characters from Dracula. You might come across Rena and Jonathan as they're wandering around.
Where are you going?
From Cliff Top.
Going fishing?
Tomorrow maybe. Falls away a bit.
Now, Dig.
How we doing, kid? Alright.
How we doing, man, mate? Nice one, mate. YouTube special. Thank you, dude.
Alright, buddy.
We'll see you soon, Dig.
See you later, mate, my friend.
Right, coil has gone off. Boat coming in here, Ab.
Whitby tonight.
Yeah? Got...
Oh, look.
lifeboat, is that right?
Yeah, that is correct. First female help.
Yeah, and how does that feel?
Amazing. It's about time, but hard work's paid off, and I'm really excited to get started.
Now, I've interviewed people from lifeboat stations before, and is it true? I mean, if the pager goes, you've got to run off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so let's keep our fingers crossed that does not happen.
Sorry, mate. All right, mate.
Peace for a while, love and a peace.
Riley, look at camera. Get your tongue in.
Will.
Stayed overnight. Baby, mama's right.
Oh, love hearts, Riley.
What?
The love hearts, look.
Just try and step on those leaves.
Deep there. Let's test it.
Why would you try? I can't do this. I can get you off this one. Brother, get the off!
Who's brother?
You, get the off!
Ah, brother. Ah.
Get the off!
What do you make of that?
Oh, but I didn't get the money out.
What would you buy?
10 pence for those.
Can you say that normally?
10 pence for those.
10 pence Freddo.
So be great. I'll get this out.
What's that, another money? Just you be careful, yeah?